Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Red Cross has been great. They've given us rooms at a motel, cash card, so we can... so we can get necessities, so we have food, because everything is gone.
A fire in North Fargo last night has left 6 people displaced and thousands of dollars worth of damage. Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz looks at the aftermath and the ones there to help out.
The important thing is we're all okay.
Allison Poser has lived in this apartment for 5 years.
Everything's gone. Anything that was in the kitchen, dining, living room, furniture, grandson's clothes and toys, all gone.
She was with her son when it caught fire.
Started with a grease fire, a lot of smoke, so by the time we got out, the flames started coming, so just made sure the neighbors were out and everyone was out here and away from the building.
Battalion Chief Lee Soeth tells me the fire is still under investigation and they haven't officially determined the cause yet. But what we do know...
the whole place has to be gutted. It's not habitable at all.
There was enough smoke damage where both of the families have been displaced for probably a week or so.
And that's where Richard Reese and other Red Cross volunteers stepped in to help.
We gave them it's a debit card that provides them additional dollars for food, clothing, and gas. It's a temporary means to kind of get them back on their feet.
Also setting them up with 3 nights in a hotel. But as Reese already mentioned, they could be displaced for a week or more. Is 3 nights going to be enough until they can get back in?
That's going to be a challenge. We are a temporary means. There may be other ways to extend that. The Salvation Army sometimes helps out. We're going to do what we can.
Right now, all we can just ask, donate back to the Red Cross, because until we know where we're going, we don't know what we need.
The Fargo Fire Department also tells me the damage is about $25,000 worth, all on the inside of the building. In North Fargo, Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News Live.
Red Cross volunteer Richard Reese says it's one of their main functions to help out when there's a fire. They respond to fires about 2 or 3 times a month. Red Cross tells us the families are expected to return to their homes. Some of us saw a shot of snow this morning, and it sounds like there could be more depending on where you live. Hutch, what's happening this evening?
Well, we're quiet across much of western Minnesota and the Red River Valley at present, but a quick glance at the satellite and radar shows a batch of clouds and even a few flakes of snow flying. Pretty insignificant as far as snowfall total potential goes, but we are seeing some light showers of snow in southeast North Dakota. So from the Cullum and Edgeley area down through Oaks and near Britton, South Dakota, these are drifting to the south and east as we head into the evening. Deep blue colors show bigger flakes near Maddock, pushing in towards the New Rockford and Carrington area. And where you see the whites there near Bowden and Harvey, those will be pushing into northwestern Stutzman here in the upcoming hour. Well, a little sliver of sun there on our Skycam. Your planner in Fargo shows snow-free conditions this evening. Our best chance of any flakes show up after midnight and in towards daybreak, with temperatures almost steady. Grand Forks likewise, steady temperatures near 20 as we head into the evening. Chance of snow in your area reduced. It's more going to be in the southern valley tonight. Another round of flaky weather is going to make its way through as we go through our Saturday. This one could be a little bit more substantial. I'll have hour-by-hour details, Andrea, here in just a couple of moments.
All right, thanks, Hutch. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so that you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. All you have to do is search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free. A Milwaukee woman charged with attempted murder could have her bond set at $1 million after a shooting incident in Moorhead earlier this week. Officials say Trooper Mark Peterson was responding to a car crash on Monday where the driver had hit the median barrier. Peterson was trying to handcuff a male passenger after finding out the car was stolen when 30-year-old Melody Gray got out of the car and allegedly pointed a gun at Peterson's head and pulled the trigger. The gun did not fire and he shot back, hitting Gray in the arm. She was arrested a short time later. The passenger, 29-year-old Dominique Creighton, was arrested for felony damage to property and receiving stolen property. Trooper Peterson was not hurt in the incident and is on standard paid leave during the investigation. Gray is expected to be back in court on March 23rd. The man who triggered a blue alert on phones all across North Dakota is now being charged with federal crimes. Ulysses Villalobos Alvarado initially faced state charges, including attempted murder, from that January 18th incident. He was accused of trying to hit a Bismarck police officer with his vehicle, then fleeing to South Dakota with co-defendant Juan Nunez. Both are now accused in federal court of charges linking them to drug trafficking with a California street gang. A state charge of hindering law enforcement was also dropped against Nunez. The Beltrami County Sheriff's Office is investigating what caused the death of a 21-year-old man early this morning. The call came in around 3:30 a.m. of a man who was not breathing in the Frone Township that borders Bemidji to the east. Investigators say the caller suspected the man had overdosed on heroin. Deputies attempted to revive 21-year-old Jordan Smith of Cass Lake, Minnesota, but were not successful. An autopsy is set to be performed by the Beltrami County Coroner's Office. This is the second reported heroin overdose death in Beltrami County this week after 40-year-old Timothy Yerbush of 10 Strike, Minnesota, died of an overdose this past Saturday. New developments in the Jamaican lottery scam that has cost dozens of seniors in North Dakota millions of dollars. Authorities say the final 2 fugitives in that scam have been captured in the Caribbean. Mario Hines and Gareth Billings were both taken into custody. Hines is back in North Dakota, where he will be held until his trial. Billings is still in Jamaica and will be extradited to the state in the coming weeks. The 2 men were among a group of 15 suspects who are still being prosecuted in North Dakota in what is believed to be the first large-scale Jamaican lottery scam tried in U.S. courts. The case began when a North Dakota woman lost her life savings of more than $300,000 in 2011. At least 90 Americans lost a total of more than $5.7 million in that scam. If you're driving through Minnesota, troopers ask that you keep your eyes on the road and not your phone. The Minnesota Department of Public Safety says citations for texting and driving jumped 23% in 2017 to over 7,300. It's up from nearly 6,000 the year before. Statistics show distracted driving contributes to 1 in 4 crashes statewide, causing an average of 59 deaths and 223 serious injuries per year. Meanwhile, citations for speeding and not wearing a seatbelt actually decreased last year. You can get a taste of the Celtic culture this weekend at the Yumcomb Center. The 15th annual Celtic Festival is Saturday from 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. Performances will be on 2 stages with the Heather and Thistle Bagpipe Band and dancers. Concordia Dining Services is once again catering the event with traditional foods like shepherd's pie and bangers and mash. And new this year, Guinness cupcakes with Bailey's Irish cream frosting. Organizers say it's a fun family event to celebrate the 7 Celtic nations. Parking is limited at the Yumcomb Center, so shuttles will make trips from the Moorhead Center Mall and American Crystal Sugar across the street to the center. North Dakota claims a title other states may not want, why being the drunkest state in America is no laughing matter. But first, we'll hear from the U.S. Ag Secretary following his first visit to Fargo.